James Brown's children and family members met in a courtroom today talking about a settlement involving their father's estate.
If it's approved, attorneys say it would completely resolve 5 of the 6 pending claims to set the will and trust aside. News 12's Christy Etheridge had the only camera in the courtroom today as the judge gathered information to make his ruling.
The settlement includes Brown's 4 adult children, Larry, Yama, Venetia, and Deanna. It would resolve a big part of the litigation surrounding James Brown's estate, but it still needs a judge's approval. Deanna Brown Thomas spoke exclusively to us about why she wants this settlement to be approved.
Your Honor, this has been going on for 9 years. I know this court is tired of it.
After 9 years of battling in court, there's finally the possibility of a settlement in the James Brown estate.
Now that we have pretty much come to a good agreement with the estate and the estate lawyers, we're ready to settle this because this will cost the estate as well as us a lot of money to continue.
Money that could have gone to help needy children get an education through the I Feel Good trust Brown set up in his will. Litigation could drain that fund.
No one wants to see the estate depleted. That's why we brought this case to the court.
In the settlement, the 4 adult children would still keep their right to the personal property Brown wanted them to have. Since there are 6 children, they'd each get 1/6. It would also pay each of them $37,500 and keep Brown's estate completely intact. There's a clause that assures they'll cooperate with the estate and trust in any and all continuing matters. The catch: the interim clause would go away. That's the part of James Brown's will that says anyone who contests the will gets nothing. But not everyone agrees.
The bottom of the argument is, Your Honor, they have to enforce the interim clause.
That's what the other side says, namely 2 of Brown's other sons, Terry and Daryl. This is Daryl's attorney.
We believe that sends a terrible message that you are rewarding people who, for 9 years, for no good reason, disregard the wishes of their father, yet do nothing for people who support the will.
Every one of those is clear on what James Brown's intent was as far as his estate plan. He wanted to leave his personal property to his 6 kids, he wanted to leave and educate his grandchildren, and he wanted to leave money for the needy kids in Georgia and South Carolina. That has held consistent in everything we have seen in this case since 1997.
But if they go forward with trying to enforce that clause, it means the lawsuit would have to continue with no clear end in sight. Now it's in the judge's hands. And before he adjourned today, the judge said he would be making a ruling soon. Now, one thing to note, if this settlement goes through, this is not the end. The lawsuits around Tommy Ray Heine will still go on either way. And in fact, in the settlement, it specifically states even though the children will cooperate with the estate, they will not cooperate with Tommy Ray.